tables comparing the details of 10 different retirement plans or mutual fund fee structures. I'm not going to tell you to cut up your credit cards or stick motivational quotes to your refrigerator. Not because that type of advice isn't valuable, or because you should expect to reach economic security without ever making a spreadsheet. But there are dozens of books, sites, YouTube videos, and TikTok accounts teaching these lessons and offering sound advice to get you out of reverse and back on a path. In sum, I'm not trying to beat Susie Orman at her own game. And if you've got bill collectors coming after you, start with her. This book is for those who have their act together and want to ensure they make the best of their blessings. Two people who make the same income today will likely end up in distinctly different places over the years based on their approach to career and money. We'll discuss how to build a foundation, not only of wealth, but of skills, relationships, habits, and priorities that confer advantage. The concepts conveyed here have been tested and supported by science, but above all, they are principles you can make your own. The last portion of the book provides a primer on the core concepts of our system of finance and markets. This is an important subject for anyone who lives and works in our system, yet it's poorly covered in schools and glossed over in most personal finance literature. Everything here is based on what I've learned during an up, down, and up again career, from founding companies to hiring and working with hundreds of successful people, to observing generations of young people come through my classroom and graduate to lives that map to every point on the spectrum of success. Why wealth? Wealth is a means to an end, economic security. Put another way, wealth is the absence of economic anxiety. Freed of the pressure to earn, we can choose how we live. Our relationships with others aren't shadowed by the stress of money. It sounds basic, easy even. It's not. We live in a globally competitive marketplace with a genius for creating problems that can only be solved by spending on bigger and better things. This is the first lesson in this book. Economic security isn't a function of what you earn, but what you keep, and knowing how much is enough for you. As the great philosopher Sheryl Crow once said, happiness isn't having what you want, it's wanting what you've got. It's not about getting more, but ascertaining what you need and applying the right strategy to get you there so you can focus on other things. My objective for you is straightforward. Economic security is acquiring sufficient assets, not income, but assets, such that the passive income they generate exceeds the level of spending you choose for yourself, your burn rate. Passive income is money your money makes. Interest you make on money you loan to someone else, appreciation in the value of your real estate, dividends paid by stocks you hold, rent paid by the tenant of an apartment you own. I'll talk more about these and other sources of passive income later, but in short, it is any income that's not compensation paid for working at a job. And your burn rate is how much you spend, day to day and month to month. If your passive income is greater than your burn, you don't need to work, though you may want to, because you don't need the compensation to pay for your expenses. That's wealth. There are numerous paths to it. The reliable ones take time and hard work, but are within the grasp of most people. And reaching for it should be a priority, early. Economic security is control. It is knowing that you can plan for the future, commit your time as you see fit, and provide for those who depend on you. Economic security equals passive income that is greater than your burn rate. Permission slip. Seeking wealth is not always in fashion. In a society correctly concerned about the acceleration of income inequality, wealth looks like the unfair allocation of a rigged system. Every billionaire is a policy failure. Maybe, or maybe not. But it's not relevant here. The urgent issue you face is your own economic security, not the virtues of anyone else's. Money doesn't talk, it swears, Bob Dylan said. My experience is that money changes its tone as it grows. It hurls expletives at you when there's not enough and comforts you